Okay, let's unpack this. Welcome back to the Deep Dive, everyone. You've tuned in at just the right time for a special coverage of the COPACCHAI Super July Women's Elite Cup. We're diving deep into the absolute roller coaster that was Matchday 2. What a day. Our mission, as always, is clear: cut through the noise, recap the crucial results, and really explain what they mean for every team still fighting. This is your essential scorecard, basically. Everything you need to know.
Absolutely. And what's fascinating here, what Matchday 2 really hammered home, is just how fast things change in tournament football. Narratives just shift completely, don't they? It wasn't just, wins and losses on paper. It was about defining futures, confirming who's going through, and while for some teams, facing a pretty tough early exit, it really makes you ask, who actually grabbed their chance? Who stepped up?
Right. Let's hit the ground running there. Group A first, where we saw some really decisive stuff happen. Flores de Lankin, they kept their strong run going, didn't they? A solid performance, beating Sobel Diamanti 2-0. They looked organized, defended well, and were sharp on the counter. Sobel just couldn't seem to break them down. So that win puts Flores de Lankin top 6 points, looking good with the +3 goal difference. And crucially, they are through. Qualification confirmed.
Indeed. And if you look at the bigger picture there, it's their tactical maturity that's really impressive. They aren't just winning, they're managing games effectively. Then in the other Group A match, Paso Verde also got the job done, a 2-0 win against Argadal. For Paso Verde, yeah, it's professional, got the points they needed without maybe going full throttle, but for Argadal, well, that result sealed it for them. 0 points, -3 goal difference. It means an early elimination. That's a real surprise, actually, considering their hopes coming into this. They just couldn't turn their possession into goals, especially in that match. Costly.
Okay, so Flores de Lankin are comfortably through. What about the rest of the group then? Sobel Diamanti must be feeling the pressure.
Oh, absolutely. While Flores de Lankin can relax a bit, Sobel Diamanti's situation is precarious, to say the least. They're hanging on with just 1 point, and that -2 goal difference isn't helping. To grab that second spot from Paso Verde, who are sitting much better on 4 points, plus 2 goal difference, Sobel needs, well, a lot to go their way, like a complex combination of results. They have to win big in their last game and hope Paso Verde lose heavily. It's a really tight squeeze now between Flores de Lankin and Paso Verde for that top spot too, which matters for the knockout draw. Huge pressure on Sobel.
Right, got it. Let's move over to Group B. This one was a mix, wasn't it? Some cautious play, then just explosive comebacks. Started with Hanami and Ejbar Mal, ended 0-0. Sounded like a bit of a slow burner, that one. Mostly midfield battles, defense first.
Yeah, exactly. Both teams seemed, a bit wary of losing. Defensive solidity was the priority. Not much risk taken, maybe. But that stalemate, that 0-0, it kind of set the stage perfectly for the later game. Left the door wide open for drama.
It certainly did. Because Solnock 76 seemed to be absolutely cruising against Pico Pearl. They went 2-0 up in just 30 minutes. Flying start. Looked like they were just going to run away with it, maybe even book their spot early. Dominant stuff.
Oh, completely. For that first half hour, they looked unstoppable. Quick, incisive, some brilliant football.
But then, wow. The plot thickened, didn't it? Pico Pearl just refused to give up. They dug deep, fought back incredibly, and grabbed that equalizer. 2-2 in the 80th minute. You could feel the momentum shift. The equalizer came from Kangsiri Wajimasheo, the young striker. Came off the bench and made a huge impact. Showed real nerve. What a moment for them.
Absolutely. A massive show of mental strength from Pico Pearl. So that dramatic draw means Solnock's 76 now lead the group at only just 4 points plus 2 goal difference. Hanami are right there with them, also on 4 points, just scored 1 goal fewer. Solnock have 4 goals scored, Hanami 3, and Pico Pearl. Well, they're now on 1 point, same as Eshir Barmal. It keeps this group completely wide open, everything to play for. For Solnock, though, it does raise a question. Was it complacency after going 2 up? Or maybe something deeper, a vulnerability? Their coach will be looking at that for sure. But for Pico Pearl, what a confidence booster. Shows they can fight back against anyone.
Massive result for them. Okay, let's shift to Group C. Here we had, well, expected confirmations, but also a truly seismic upset. Sent shockwaves, really. FC Sonoma, first they got the job done, a 2-1 win over Charlotte. Sonoma, from Vizia, showed their quality, had more of the ball, looked dangerous. Though fair play to Charlotte, they apparently put up a really good fight, made Sonoma work for it. But Sonoma got the win, and that confirms their qualification. 6 points, top of the group. Solid.
Solid is right. But the other game in Group C, wow. That's the big story. Cultural Idesportiva Unami beating Hitaki 2-0. Very surprising result on the face of it, but honestly, maybe not that surprising given Hitaki's recent form. This is huge though. Remember, Hitaki are the current Meners champions. They come from arguably the strongest nation in COPACCHAI women's football, but their, quote, terrible form was just evident again. It wasn't just about the result, you could see it. Lack of control, couldn't create clear chances, defensive errors. It all added up. And this 2-0 loss, it means Hitaki are officially mathematically eliminated, with a game still to play. It's a massive shock, a real shame for them. Such an early exit for the champions. Just shows how quickly things can unravel if you're not adapting, doesn't it?
The champions are out before the knockouts even start. That is definitely the headline for Matchday 2. So Sanmar are through, Hitaki are out. What's the situation for CD Unami and Charlotte, though?
Right. FC Sanmar are sitting pretty on 6 points, leading the way. CD Unami, with that huge win, they've jumped into second place on 4 points, really seized their opportunity, which leaves Charlotte on 1 point and Akaki on 0 at the bottom. So Charlotte can only play for pride now. The fact that the reigning champs couldn't get out of the group, it just highlights how competitive this tournament is. No guarantees for anyone. Past success means nothing here.
Incredible stuff. Right, finally, let's wrap up with Group D. Here it was all about patience for some and late heartbreak for others. Minuano suffered a really tough 2-0 loss to Entente, and the goals came so late, didn't they? 86 and 92nd minutes. Sounds like it was pretty even for most of the game. A real battle.
It really was. For almost the full 90 minutes, it felt like a stalemate. Very tactical, neither team giving much away. Then bang, Entente find the breakthrough right near the end and then sealed it literally with almost the last kick. Brutal for Minuano. So Minuano are left with 0 points, -4 goal difference. That's a massive uphill climb for them now.
Ouch. So Entente looks strong, but they're not quite through yet.
Exactly. Entente are on 6 points plus 3 goal difference, looking very good. But mathematically, not quite over the line. They probably need a draw in the final game or just hope other results go their way. The team that really threw themselves back into contention in Group D was Sidros. They got a massive 2-0 win over Maria Hallam, and that was described as a very tight game too.
Okay, so what was the key for Sidros in that tight match?
Well, they found the goals when it mattered. Credit to attacking mid Malta Sobers showed real class, apparently, and striker Clara Maldonado, who provided that clinical finish. Maria Hallam, even though it was close, just couldn't take their chances, and that proved really costly for them in the end. So Entente lead with 6 points. Then it gets really interesting. Sidros and Maria Hallam are now both on 3 points. Sidros have the slight edge with a +1 goal difference compared to Maria Hallam's 0. That could be crucial. It means that second spot is completely up for grabs between those two, likely decided when they face off. And Minuano, well, they need something close to a miracle, realistically. Multiple big wins and lots of help elsewhere.
Okay, so let's pull back for a second. What's the big picture heading into this final match day of the group stage? We've got Flores de Lanquin and FC Sanma safely through, looked impressive, consistent. But we've also seen these huge shocks, Argadal out early, and the massive one, the champions Hiraki, eliminated. The drama is absolutely dialed up now, isn't it? Stakes are sky high for so many teams.
Oh, completely. That's the beauty of these tournaments, right? Every single point, every goal, even a substitution sometimes, it just ripples through the group. There are still so many ways things could play out, especially in groups A, B, and D for those last qualification spots. The pressure on those teams needing a specific result, it's going to be immense. And that's where, the analysis comes in. Not just looking at the scores, but thinking, okay, so what? What does this mean for how Team X needs to approach their next game? It's not just about winning now, it's about winning smart, knowing exactly what you need and executing under that pressure.
Here's where it gets really interesting. The drama of the group stage is absolutely far from over. That final match day is going to be electric.
It really is.
Yeah.
And, thinking about everything we've seen, the incredible upsets, those nail-biting late comebacks, the champions falling, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? In a tournament like this, where truly anything can happen, what's the single most important quality a team needs? What will it take to actually lift that COPACCHAI Women's Elite Cup? Is it just pure attacking power? Is it that rock-solid defense? Or is it maybe something else? Just that sheer mental strength, that resilience to keep going until the very last whistle, especially when things look tough?
That's the big question, isn't it? Something to definitely think about as we gear up for match day 3. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the COPACCHAI Super July Women's Elite Cup. We'll be back to break down all the final group stage action.